So I'm the kind of person that really loves my bread. If I'm at a restaurant and there's a bread basket on the table, oh, you're going to have to pry it out of my hands because I will eat just bread for my meal, if it's good. Well, I was at a restaurant recently where it was so good. The restaurant's here in New York City. It's called BLT Prime. And they don't just serve bread, they serve popovers at the table. Okay, if you've never had a popover before, or you've never had these popovers, you are missing out. They were so ridiculously delicious. Everyone could not stop talking about them. And the best part about this restaurant is that they actually include the recipe in each basket of bread. So of course, I took it home, I made it the next 10 days, and now I'm really happy to share this recipe with you because it is ridiculously good. So stick with me and let's go make some popovers. Popovers are one of those things that you get a lot of bang for your buck or bang for your time. It requires very, very minimal effort, and yet it looks dramatic, it tastes delicious. It's a really great thing to make. I also love it because instead of trying to make a loaf of bread or biscuits, this is so simple to make and whip up that you can have something to accompany your dinner, some sort of bread or dinner roll in like 2 seconds. So just let me show you how easy this is. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna warm up my 2 cups of milk on the stove. I don't wanna make it hot, I don't wanna boil it, I just wanna warm it up a little bit. So get that, a little bit above room temperature. It should feel nice and warm to the touch. Then I'm gonna add that milk into my 2 scrambled eggs. If the milk is too hot, then we're going to really scramble these eggs. So make sure that milk is just warm and add it to your eggs and stir it around, and hopefully this mixture will still be slightly warm to the touch. Temperature is really important in these popovers. It's kind of the one trick here. So these are the kind of steps that we're making to make sure that when these go in the oven, there's this whole steam reaction and it pops over, and these are the steps that we're taking to make sure that that happens. Once we get those wet ingredients together, I'm just adding in 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 2 teaspoons of salt. Once I get that with my milk and my eggs, that's it. We're done, and that's our batter. One important thing to be doing while you're whipping up this batter is to put your oven on 350 and to put your muffin tin, or if you happen to have a popover tin, they actually make those. I do not have the space for such things as popover tins, so I'm just using a regular muffin tin. But whatever you're using, you wanna make sure it's in the oven while you're preheating it, so that pan is nice and hot too. These temperature things are what's really gonna give us the success in making these popovers. So let me just mix these together and I'll show you how I get them in the oven and make them just a little extra special. So I've got a beautiful batter here. If I touch it, it's just a little bit warm, which is what we're looking for. Now I'm gonna get that muffin tin out of the oven. It's nice and hot. I'm gonna add in my batter after I spray it down. Make sure you spray it down well because we want these to pop right off for us as well as pop over. So once I grease that, add in my batter. I'm just gonna top each one with a little bit of Gruyere cheese. You don't have to do that, it's totally optional, but it's how they do it at BLT Prime, and I don't know, cheese makes everything better, so I'm going to do that. So let me get these in the muffin tin, back in the oven, and then we'll watch them pop over. There is seriously nothing better than that super crisp outside and then that chewy, moist inside. It's just insane. It's insane that we can take, 4 ingredients, mix them together, bake them off for a minute, and suddenly we have this. Delicious. I definitely hope you try this one because you will not be disappointed. I always hope you have fun in the kitchen, and of course, I'll see you next time.